USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Protests in several American cities following the Kyle Rittenhouse acquittal yesterday in his double homicide trial in Kenosha, Wisconsin. At least 5 arrests made in New York City. Other protests broke out in Philadelphia, Portland, Oregon, and some other cities as well. Meanwhile, Rittenhouse himself spoke publicly to Fox News after his acquittal.
The jury reached the correct verdict. Self-defense is not illegal.
Rittenhouse acquitted of all counts on Friday for fatally shooting 2 men and wounding a third. Meanwhile, a Georgia judge has denied a defense motion for a mistrial in the Ahmaud Arbery murder case. That's the case in which a 25-year-old black man was fatally shot. 3 men facing charges, a lawyer for one of them saying that a mistrial is warranted because black pastors outside the courthouse were influencing the jury. And this is USA Radio News.
Folks, you know how Merry Christmas.
Stop me if you've heard this before, but it's the busiest travel week coming up of the... Well, okay, you've heard it before, but it is a very busy travel week with Thanksgiving coming up Thursday, and some stormy weather is expected to affect a lot of people's travels. In the Midwest and later the upper Northeast, there will be heavy rain and high winds. Starting off the week, the conditions could cause air travel delays just as tens of thousands of people across the nation are starting to head out for Thanksgiving. Travelers are advised to keep an eye on their airline's webpage to check for any possible flight delays. The IRS says almost all of the money it has seized through their Criminal Investigations Unit over the past fiscal year was cryptocurrency, the unit recovering $3.5 billion in crypto over the fiscal year. That amounts to 93% of all its overall seizures. The Bureau is saying it expects it'll seize even more crypto next year. And this is USA Radio News.
Did you know Mike Lynn just for Christmas?
A runway collision involving 2 Air Force planes has left 1 pilot dead and 2 others hospitalized in southwest Texas. It happened at 10 a.m. Friday morning on a runway at Laughlin Air Base, and officials said that the crash involved 2 T-38C Talon trainer aircraft. Turning to weather, La Niña is back for a second straight year and gaining strength in the Pacific Ocean. The Federal Climate Prediction Center is saying there's a 90% chance of that snowy weather system sticking around through February. The high chance drops down to 50% come March, April, and May. Forecasters believe Oregon and Washington State will, because of this, have a much wetter winter than usual. Again, that's because of what's called La Niña. And if you Hulu, well, be aware they're raising prices again. The streaming service upping the price of its live TV subscriptions by $5 a month. But they'll also add ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, set to begin on December 21st. Hulu subscriptions with live TV will now cost $69.99 a month for the ad-supported version, $75.99 without ads. The hike comes about a year since the last price hike when the company upped subscription costs by $10 a month. And from the New England Bureau of USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.